IDR Department of Child Services Director Mary Beth Bovetura, photo, provided by Department of Child Services. In her letter of resignation, the longtime director of the IDR Department of Child Services lashed out at the governor's office, warning that a continuation of its policies will all but ensure children will die. IndyStar has learned. Mary Beth Bovetura, who has worked in child welfare for 36 years, said she could no longer in good conscience stand by and watch Hoosier children being systemically placed at risk, without the ability to help them. I feel I am unable to protect children because of the position taken by your staff to cut funding and services to children in the midst of the opioid crisis, she wrote in the December 12 letter to Gov. Eric Holcomb. I choose to resign, rather than be complicit in decreasing the safety, permanency and well-being of children who have nowhere else to turn. Without serious changes, Bovetura warned, I fear lives will be lost and families ruined. Former Gov. Mike Pence appointed Bovetura to the helm of the Child Welfare Agency in 2013. Prior to that, she spent 31 years working in the Lake County Juvenile Court system as a referee, magistrate, then judge. Former Gov. Evan Bay appointed Bovetura as Lake Juvenile Court judge in 1993, and voters retained her by large margins until her move to DCS. Bovetura's letter to Holcomb, which was obtained by IndyStar, outlines 4 reasons she believes the state is threatening the lives of children. First, Bovetura said Holcomb's office stripped her of power to run the agency she is responsible for. She said the governor's office placed Eric Miller as her DC's chief of staff, someone with no child welfare experience, because he was an asset during the campaign. Using the position and authority given by Holcomb's office, Bovetura argued, Miller has engineered his own hires, bullied subordinates, created a hostile work environment, exposed the agency to lawsuits, overridden her decisions, been brazenly insubordinate and made cost-cutting decisions without her knowledge. She said her attempts to rein him in haven't been supported. The director said she has repeatedly tried to secure additional funding, but Miller is bent on slashing our budget in ways that all but ensure children will die. When reached Sunday, Bovetura declined comment on her letter. She referred IndyStar to the governor's office. IndyStar could not reach Miller or the governor's office Sunday for comment. Second, Bovetura wrote that the state is jeopardizing the relationship she's built with child welfare providers and the work DC's been trying to do to update its rates and licensing. Foster parents, child placing agencies and residential treatment facilities are the backbone of the child welfare system, she wrote, caring for our most traumatized and vulnerable children on a daily basis. Efforts are now being made to undermine the collaborative relationship that has been established and return to the adversarial, litigious relationship that predated me. Third, Bovetura said DC's Child Support Bureau is on the verge of collapse due to antiquated technology, a collapse that would affect prosecutors and every parent who receives or pays child support.